Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Nidd. Today we have a big job. So, you'll see I've got the welder over here, and I have a seat here. Now, you can see my energy right now is at 61.6%. If I sit in this chair, you will notice the energy does not go up. And of course, this is glitching too, I'm on top of it, but it doesn't go up. And I've tried everything. I put a passenger seat down here, I put like a command seat, I put like a toilet. I tried a bunch of stuff, and every time I jump in it, my energy does not move up. I don't know why. So the only thing that I've been able to do is actually run back all the way over here. Now the point of that chair, that seat, was so that I wouldn't have to do this. Now you see, that's working. Right? Up goes the energy. So I don't know if this is a bug in the current version right now, but hey, what you gonna do? I guess these things happen. So the only way I can recharge at the moment is in a medical room, which is a pain because we need to do a bunch of work over here. So the chair was there so that it would make life easier, but oh well, what are you gonna do, right? So in the last episode, we made this wonderful command center over here, and you guys seem to like it. I think it looks pretty cool. I did have a suggestion, I think, from Rooster Chang, I think, yeah, to that I should take the glass all the way to the top. I think that's a great idea, actually. So I should probably do that. Bring it up. I was leaving it open just at first, I think, because of the piping and stuff. But I'd have to move the piping because right there we wouldn't be able to put a window. So I'd have to like make it go up and over the top. I guess that could look cool too, like running it up and then on the top of this, right, and down the other side. So I mean, that could be cool, a little bit of work, but making it go all the way to the top, I think that's kind of a cool idea. Also, Redstone Juan suggested putting cameras, like video cameras or security cameras, definitely here, but around the base. That's a pretty cool idea too. I want to do that. Also, Raptor mentioned that I can use the right click key. So when I've got my drill out, right, I can use the right click instead of the left click to do the drilling. And yes, I do know that, but I can't. If I right click and I'm wasting the ore, like it's just disappearing on me. I don't know. I physically can't do it. It drives me absolutely bonkers, and I don't know why. I have to save it all and put it in the machines. So that's why I do that. Just so you know, I do actually know that I can right click through stuff, and if it's just purely stone, sometimes I might. But even then, I have a hard time doing it, and that's just a that's just a thing with me. So sorry about that if you guys were screaming at the screen, watching me go back and forth all the time. And in the last couple episodes, I was working with Boris, right? And you guys were noticing that we were having a really hard time getting stuff in and out of assemblers and getting things to work. And we didn't realize at the time that things weren't actually hooked up or finished properly. And we both realized it after the fact while we were editing. So I'm sorry for all of that. It's amazing the blindness that you can have when you're working away on your base and you're recording and you're commenting and you're talking about stuff and you're talking with others, and you just don't notice these things as easily as you would when you're just playing kind of like all by your lonesome. Focused on the task. So that kind of stuff happens. But anyhow, in this episode, what I would like to do, and this is going to be a bunch of work, so there's going to be a few chopping away and coming back kind of thing, maybe a few time lapses, but we need to get the rest of the stuff out of here. So we've got the blast furnace in here, the assembler, and the refinery, and this medical room. So this episode, I'm hoping that we can get the refinery, the assembler, and the furnace out of here. Basically cleaning almost this entirely thing out, and then I can just move this medical room somewhere else for the moment. But I need this room to be empty because I have great plans for this, and I've finally figured out how to do it all. I've got the designs done. Hint, it has to do with gravity. I think you guys will really enjoy it. I'm using the programmable block to do it all. In the latest update too, there was an update to the programmable block and the scripting that you can do that makes it even easier. So I have to redesign it a little bit, but not too much. And but yeah, so it should be actually even easier to do what I wanted to do. But yeah, I've been working on it for quite some time, and the programmable block made it a ton easier. So now I want to get it done and in here before more changes come, so that at least it's working. And if I need to modify and make it better over time, that's fine. But every time an update comes out, it forces me to do a redesign, and it's it's going on forever. So I'm going to get those guys out of here. There's all those other suggestions as well that you guys have been giving me over the while to do. I'm still going to get to those things. Like, I still haven't finished off everything down in the hangar there. I will get back to that for sure. And all of the other suggestions around the base that you guys have given me. But today we're going to ultimately be able to get rid of those things over there. And we're going to make the refining and assembly room. And we're going to do that here. Now this is really dark. Do I have my lights on? There we go. That's a little better. We're going to do it in here. We're going to make this that area. Now the first thing that we need to do is we need to be able to bring this stuff over so that we can actually connect everything up. Now I've got a design for this, and I think it's pretty cool. So I hope you guys like it as well. I brought this guy over here to make things quicker, because that's definitely a thing. If you guys watched the live stream that I did on the Land of Nidd last little while, you're going to notice that doing things by hand is really slow and painful. So we're going to be using some tools for this. So what I'm going to do is and this is tedious work here, trying to get these tubes to kind of run out. So my plan is to drill away the top of this a little bit, and then run the tube up and down and around, and then bring the ducting out. And I'm going to put it so that it lines directly up with this entranceway. So it's going to be over one more. So it's going to come out here and then go straight into there. So I'm going to do that first to get started, and then maybe do a little bit of prep work down in there, and then I will be right back. Alrighty, here we are. So as you can see, I've done a little bit of work. So we've got drilled out a tiny bit up here, as much as I had to. It seems like a lot, but that's because these are still considered full blocks, even though it's just this tiny little bit, but it needs the whole block to be placed, which sucks. But so this is hooked up to the top of this now, with the tubes going around and down like a so. And then running them out here. So this is how we're going to connect them all the way up to our system. And I put the ducting in here as well to continue that look. And I've already put in some lights so that it's a little brighter in here while we work. And I believe I have my lights on. Yes. Okay. And then the rest of this junk is just me measuring. This is just scaffolding, and I'm measuring where everything needs to go, like what's the floor and all that kind of jazz. So the first thing that I think we should do now is to try and just kind of get the basics of the first levels of staircases in here, so that we can start putting in and connecting up the first thing over there. So let's put, so right here is going to be the entrance, right? So let's go. Won't let me put that there yet because we need one of these right here. So it's going to come out like this from the main area. Then we'll put some of those guys on either side of this here, but then this will be the first kind of way out, first of these dealios. So put one of these here, and we want to come down to like that. And once we get down to this level, I think we need a 4-way split. Yeah, so like that. And from here we want to go straight across like this. Now this just gives us the basics of the start of how this is going to look here, which will let me put in some of the first few things, get rid of some of the scaffolding, and then we can just start to kind of build like crazy. So let me get rid of this stuff there. there, there, and there. Now, at this level, I believe we want, so yeah. So we're gonna put, so over here is gonna be all of our assemblers, and then on this side is gonna be all of our refining. So I'm gonna use some of those arc reactors and some refineries. So what do we got here? That's an arc furnace. Arc reactors, sorry, arc furnace. And I'm going for a look here too, right? Like I want it to look good in the sense that, so here we have the door in the front, and then it also shows the name arc or blast furnace on the top, like that, right? And from there it goes up a level, and I think the blast furnaces don't, yeah, see they don't have anything on the top, right? So what we want to do is actually switch to one of these. And we're going to put one of these dealios on top to kind of give a little bit of a separation here between things from each level. Now, and then on top of that, I think we want to put another blast furnace. Should let me put that there, right? And then that should level out with the top of this, leaving us with some work to do in behind. So if I throw one of these guys in behind with a, now we want to connect this deal up here, right? So if we put one of these guys on here, oops, like that, I think, where's that hook up? Nope, hook up there. So we need the other one. Of course we need the other one. So let's find it. And it's the one that faces that way, so we want this one over here instead. And hook it up like that. So this gives us the basics of the look that we're going to be starting to go with, and then we can start building off to the side of this. Like that. I'm pretty sure that the arc furnaces, yeah, it was on the front and on the back, right? So that will connect him up to there. And then we'll have one of these below it, and we're going to do the same thing underneath this guy. So if I take out that, that'll be another one of those pillars, and then another furnace should go right there. Oops. Let's bring up this, and we want another arc furnace. So if we put him here, and then we put another pillar. Where did I put the pillows? 8. Right there. So trying to give it a bit of a, like there's actually support system going on with this, right? And then we're gonna put a little bit of a space, whoop, ow. We're gonna put a little bit of a space between this stuff, enough for running conveyors between things. But I wanna put the, let's go back to this here. And we're probably gonna need some scaffolding on the bottom here to allow us to build, and yeah, we're gonna have to cut out a little bit of this. I do try to, to limit, and here I go again, sorry. I need it. One of these days I'm gonna be out of iron, and I'm gonna be kicking myself for not actually collecting this stuff as I go. But so there's that. And then we should be able to put these big boys, right? So these refineries, and I want to try and get it. Oh, it won't let me. No, of course not. Okay, so I want it to go back, so we need to put the scaffolding here too. So we need to put a 4 block right here. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. And grab you. This is going to work out for us anyway, because as you'll see, there's going to be a little bit of stuff going on along the bottom. And you come to me. Come. Thank you. Oh, no, I'm disoriented. All right. So let's put a furnace. Is it going to let me put one there now? Yeah. So there we go. A furnace, a reactor, a refinery. Oh my goodness. I say everything but the actual thing I meant. So we put a refinery here. Now these guys are huge, right? So we're gonna have a similar idea here. Instead of putting one right on top of it here, I think it'll line up properly if we let it go up one more. So those things are 3 tall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we want to put more of these. Where are they? We're going to put like some of these guys here with and a third one here. And then right there is where the connector bit goes, right? So if we put one of them there, and then we put another refinery on top of that, it should, you know, so we have a refinery on this side, 1, 2 refineries here. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, 1, 2. We're going to have the 3 furnaces up the middle, and then we're going to connect them all up with the tubes, right? And we're going to use the normal tubes, not these ones. These are just to get us in here, and then from here on, we're going to use these type of tubes to connect them up. And then on this side over here, we're going to do all of the assemblers. So let's do back to number 1. And if I get rid of, I'm pretty sure that I want the top of the assembler to stop at the top of these stairs here. So that's an assembler. So if we go too far away, like, is that, no, is that upside assembler? Nope, that's right side up. Okay, and it's facing forward, right? So we're gonna put an assembler like that, and then we're also going to, and then we're gonna, like, between these guys as well, if I get rid of this, we're gonna have the do I have, nope, I'm in the wrong menu again. So let's go, did I miss it somehow? There it is, 8. So then one of these, like, connecting the 2 up, and again another one of those down here. So it's the 7, like that, and see that now lines up. So we got 1, 2, and it lines up with the same height as this over here, but it's offset by 1. And so what I'm going to do over here is the same basic idea. We're going to come across, and then we're going to put another one here, and 8, that goes on top of this like that, and then we're going to put him on top of him like that. And so now you can kind of see the basic layout. So I'm going to have 8 of these assemblers all along this wall over here, and we're going to have 4 refineries and 3 arc furnaces like over here, and then we're going to connect everything with these staircases, which is always fun to try and do. But it's going to look really cool, I think, when we're done. So let me, basically, I'm going to place all the rest of these guys, and I'm going to weld them up, and then we'll be right back to do the final bits, where we actually make it all connect. And we need to put in some gravity in here too, so that it actually, you can walk through all of this properly as well. Here is the beginnings of it all. So we've got our 1, 2, and our 3 arc furnaces, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. These should all be, yeah, all done up. We've got to check, because that's the thing about the bits, right? That you don't really know if they're actually done, or if you need more parts, and if you do, what are they? Okay, these look all good. Oh, and then and these look all good. Oh, I see the green on the. Yeah, these all look pretty good. So I think these are all up and running. Now, this is, you might think this is a bit of overkill, and yes it is, but it looks cool, and that's what we're going for here. Want it to look cool. So the next thing we need to do now is actually do like the connection bits, like connect them all up, and then make it look a little bit more, I don't know, look more interesting, right? So let's, if I take, say, this, and I kind of want to connect, say, how do I want to do this? So we've got those guys there, and they're on the top and the back. So if those are right side up. So if we kind of go, let's put these ones together. Oh, it's no steel plates. So I should have steel plates in you. Let's grab some of them. So let's go assembler. Oh, no, darn it. Wrong guy. Already doing the wrong one. So where did I have those? So we want to kind of like connect these two middle ones together. Like that. And then the side ones, I think that the side ones would look really cool if they went kind of like, we put them over to the side by one, and we'll have, these are the ones that will actually run over to these guys here. So where is the, all right, cut away there because I realized that I'd done something wrong. So these are right, these guys will connect over here, but these guys are sideways. Darn it. I'm gonna have to like turn them around so that they're facing forward. Now this is gonna fill me up really fast. So yeah, I'll fix all of these. I'm gonna grind these down, turn them so that they're facing forward because I want these things on the sides so that we can connect them all up. So, erg. But anyhow, so on this side though, so these are gonna come out and run over to the side right there. That's why I was confused. They're supposed to run over to the side. And then on here, those connect those two together. These ones are all connected this way. But then on this one, oh, of course he's in the way. So let's just show you over here. And I'm gonna probably have to cut this stuff down. Let's bring up 9. We're gonna put these to connect the tops of those guys together. And this, yeah, this is gonna have to get cut down as well. But so we're gonna do like this. So this will connect from here to there, and then the same thing will be true on this one. So yeah, he's probably, yeah, he's in the way. Of course, he's in the way, and the same over here. Those two, so those ones will connect those ones together. And then we're going to run the bottom. We're going to run the tubes from here over to the sides of those on those sides there, and then on these guys, once these guys are in the right direction as well, then what we can do is actually run the tubes off the sides of these and then connect them up, like up the back of these. We'll put the connector or the conveyors like those guys there, one there and one down there, and then we'll run the tubes from the side into this, and then the side into this, and then up the middles as well. So we'll have them all connected and all attached, and then the last piece will be just to put in the staircases around all the stuff once that's done. So let me fix those guys. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that I'd put them wrong. I did the same thing over here too. I think I put an arc furnace here instead of an assembler. Oops. So I'll fix those and then we'll be right back. I've got it all sorted out now, and I think it looks pretty good so far. So here you go. You got the refineries facing forward, and you've got all of these blast furnaces, and we've got all of these assemblers, and they're all hooked up with pipes, and they're all hooked up across the way as well. So you see here it comes from here all the way back into there, and we do the same thing on the other side. Now again, this is overkill, but I like symmetry. I like the way it looks. I even put these pillars down here to look like they're being held up right along the bottom with the pillars to keep everything upright. The only thing missing now, I think, is just the stairway in here. So if now we want to be able to get to these things for maintenance, right? Because, you know, that's how this stuff works. So if I put these like against here, so you can actually get up to them, and then we'll put the curved ones on the end. Oh, I'm stuck. Flying too fast. So we put the curved one here. We put another curved one over here. And so now we need a straight one. One there. And one over there. And then we need the little three-wayer. Like so. So there you go. So now you come down, get that off. You come down there and you can get access to all of the assemblers for maintenance from this level. We need to also get up to this guy. So the way I'd like to do that, I think, is, let's bring this back up. We're going to want to come down from this. So let's go, let's put one of these right here as well. Like that. I think that's right. And then we'll twist it around. Oh, wrong one. Like that. And then we'll come down again. Oh, and now it's not going to let me do that because it doesn't have connector bits on those sides. So let's put one of those there for the moment. And I do know that this actually, I do now know actually that this makes different grids for all this stuff. So if that's a problem, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, I had it in my hand. Okay, so let's come back down. I realize now that that actually makes like when you do this kind of stuff so that it looks cool. Like if I take this away now, right, like this guy is now on a different grid than that guy, which is crappy. I wish that there was a way that you could make it look cool and it all actually still be on the same grid. Oh, so took that away too quickly, I think. Let's go down. Can I not put one underneath this? Come on. There we go. Let's put another staircase right here. And then we want to turn this into there. So let's undo what we did over here and we'll turn this into a more open one, like the three-way turner. I keep forgetting where I put this stuff. So let's put you there and go like that. And then, oh, did I pick the wrong one? I did. There we go. So now you could come in and then go up to that one, right? And get rid of those for looks. So now you can get up to there, and now we want to get down to the one down here. So I'm going to make a pathway all the way around in here, just like I've been doing, and connect it up. And then I'm going to throw a gravity generator here and set that all up. And when I come back, we can do the final reveal. This chair was completely useless, so we're going to get rid of it. And now it's time for the big reveal. Look at this room, huh? And then let's, from here it looks really sweet. I love it. I love the look of it. I've added a few lights. I think I'm going to play with the lighting in here. Like right now it's all just white. Actually, I should make all of the lights in there at least the same. So I think I've been doing, yeah, 7 and 1.75 I think here. So if I go down to all of the new lights, I don't know, just grab all of that and make that 7 and make the intensity, I keep pressing the wrong button, 1.75 I think is what I've been doing. But now there, it brightens it up a little bit. Looks pretty cool in there. So let's take a look. Oh yeah, I've left the gravity on just so you know. I've set that all up, so now we have gravity all the way down, and I've set it up so it's just literally the size of this area. So let's turn that off now so that it's not in our faces. I need to go down a little bit. See, grav, the refinery. Let's turn that off on here, and let's turn that off on here. There. Now you can see it in its full glory. So you come in. And you can walk up to this guy, and you can get up to all of those units, and you can get all the way up to this guy, and they all work. They're all hooked up, and everything, like you can pull stuff across. It's all working together. We come back down here, And if we go down this path, this is the part you haven't seen yet. So if we come down into here, you'll see now we can walk around in a giant kind of circle or oval, rounded oval, and get at all of these guys and see all of the workings in here. We got our refineries. Looks so cool when you look up on this stuff, doesn't it? I don't know. I think this looks, I love the way this room turned out. I think it looks really awesome. We got some, like, you know, some different things turning here and there. And then here's the gravity generator. So this is what keeps the gravity down this tube. And I just thought this was the cool little idea. So this little opening there so you can access it. And then we've got just the two of those struts or whatever they are that hold it up. Now, it's not the greatest looking thing. They're a little off. I wonder if I could just I wonder if I'd rotate that, if it would actually work better. I can play with that. But yeah, so like making it kind of like sit there and look good. And there you go. So now we have a refinery room and an assembly room. And we've got 8 assemblers, 4 refineries, and 3 arc furnaces. I think I'm set. I might be overset. But let's just head back up the all the way up here. Oh, also I've noticed now too, when you run, you get sounds when you run now. Woohoo! And the last thing I want to show you is, whoop, not here. Yeah, over here. Look at this. It's cleaning out a little bit. So I grinded down the stuff that was here, put it all away. I filled in the holes that were here, and I just redid the this stuff a little bit. So there's still a few things that have to come out of here, like this large container will come out of here, and when we do the making more of them over there and adding another 4. And then this medical room has to come out of here as well. So let me know where you think the medical room should go. Should I actually make like a little hospital room, like I don't know, a laboratory maybe, or an actual like hospital area or something like that somewhere in here as well, like set aside a place for that? Or should I just throw it somewhere? I don't know. So let me know. And so we got to get him out of here, and we got to get these things out of here. We already know that they're going over there, but it's starting to clear out in here, and we'll be able to do our magic in here soon enough. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next episode. We'll just come out and we'll look at this beautiful thing before we leave. Look at this. Isn't that sweet? So beautiful. I'll see you guys next time.